I'm back. That little voice inside your head. Listen, our business could use a new laptop, and Office Depot Office Max has huge Black Friday doorbusters. Save $400 on an HP laptop with 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor. Only $449.99. It starts at OfficeDepot.com on Thursday at 12:01 a.m. and in-store Friday at 7:45 a.m. Go ahead, you deserve it. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Limit 1. I'm back. That little voice inside your head. Listen, our business could use a new laptop, and Office Depot Office Max has huge Black Friday doorbusters. Save $400 on an HP laptop with 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor. Only $449.99. It starts at OfficeDepot.com on Thursday at 12:01 a.m. and in-store Friday at 7:45 a.m. Go ahead, you deserve it. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Limit 1.
Welcome to episode 317 of the Cowbell Kingdom podcast. I'm your host, Leo Biaz. We are joined by E-Man, our photo editor, for the second week in a row. E-Man, how are you doing? How's your day going so far?
Super hyped. The grind does not stop. I've been hustling all day since I woke up. Super tired from last night. We went to bed around 3 in the morning. Woke up, started grinding again, and big news for this podcast. Let them know, Leo.
That's right. We just got off the phone with De'Aaron Fox, the rookie sensation for your Sacramento Kings. We'll get to that interview in a little bit, but before we do, we want to thank our sponsor, Valley Tire Center, for sponsoring this podcast. Make sure to go and check them out. Tell them that you guys heard about them on the Cowbell Kingdom podcast. They're having a great sale on Toyo tires right now. Ask for Brett Pedroia, and he's going to hook you guys up. He'll be at the Kings game tomorrow night, rooting for the Kings. He's a big-time Kings fan. You guys should definitely support his business because they support us. Now, let's get to the interview with De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, rookie sensation for the Sacramento Kings. How are you doing, De'Aaron?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you just finished streaming a Call of Duty game, and it seemed like you were killing it. Is that accurate?
I'll say I was playing okay. I was playing pretty well. We're getting some victories and just having fun, interacting with fans. And that's what I really do it for.
How long have you been playing Call of Duty for?
So we were actually talking about it. The first COD that I played, he said came out 10 years ago. So it's been 10 years since I started playing Call of Duty. It's actually crazy. It's that long.
Oh, wow. So what type of player are you? A running gun or more of a long-range assassin?
I'm the running gun. I am the chicken with his head cut off. I'm the guy that you see running down the middle of the battlefield. That's me.
Who's the better player out of you and your teammates?
I'm definitely the best player on the team.
Definitely.
I say Justin Jackson's probably second. Garrett said he's pretty good, but he plays on Xbox, so he got to get a PS4 so we can test that.
Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins said that they could take anyone down in the NBA on Call of Duty. How do you think you and one of your teammates would do against them on a 2-on-2?
I don't know. I hear A-Wiggs is actually really good. I don't know about Karl. I know he plays, but I heard Andrew's really good. So right now I'd have to take Justin with me. But I think we can get this up. I think we can definitely win.
So who would be in your ultimate Call of Duty squad?
So I know Andrew's good, so I would say A-Wig, Ben Simmons, like you said, Karl. I hear Dante Exum's pretty good. Dennis isn't that good. And probably Justin, just to round out the team.
Sweet. So we know that you're a big-time gamer. You love to game. Do you see this as an outlet post-career, or is it just for fun? Is it just a hobby, or is it a true passion for you?
It's a true passion. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after post-career. I'm hoping that's far from now. Mm-hmm. So when I'm that age, I might still be playing the game. I might not, but it's definitely something to think about. Okay,
so let's move on to some basketball talk. You have made some clutch shots multiple times already during this season, man. Is it fair to say that you love pressure situations?
They call me Big Chop Fox. No, I'm kidding. But close games are just fun to play in, and I'm not really. I mean, I guess you are nervous, but when the time's winding down, I want to be that guy that takes a big shot. I've made a few clutch baskets this year, and I just want to keep that going. I want to be that guy that my coach and my teammates can trust with taking a tough shot. In a close game with the game being with the clock going down.
Talking about being clutch, who do you think is the most clutch player in the NBA? I think is Dame Lillard.
Dame's definitely hit game winners, but honestly, right now, Kyrie's just been amazing this year. As far as in the fourth quarter, comeback victories, playing down the stretch in the last 3 to 5 minutes, Kyrie's just been unbelievable this year.
That's fair, and that's a really good one. Your team has struggled this season and rank amongst the worst in pace in the league. Is there a particular reason why you guys don't play faster, knowing that you have a young team with nearly everyone who is capable of playing at a much faster pace?
I just think we're still trying to find ourselves. We're trying to see the way that we need to play, and it's something that we're looking at to change. And when I get the ball, I push the pace and just have my teammates run with me. But it's something that we're going to have to do more. Pick up the pace, pick up our intensity, pick up the defensive pressure, and I think we'll be fine.
You guys have played well at home, but have struggled on the road. Why do you think it has gone that way?
With a young team, going on the road has always been difficult. The other team's crowd gets into it, and sometimes we just make those mistakes. But we're learning. We're trying to get through this hump, and everyone's gone through it, so it's something that's pretty normal with a young team.
But would you say that you guys bond more when you are on the road?
Yeah. We're together. We see each other. We get in the gym even when we're on the road. We're just trying to grow together, learn the way each other plays. We're all pretty much new to each other, so it's gonna be a learning curve. But I feel like we'll be fine at the end of the day.
So Kings versus Lakers is a huge rivalry here in Sacramento. Are you excited to face the Lakers and go head-to-head with Lonzo Ball for the first time this season? And De'Aaron, please don't give me a politically correct answer. It's okay.
Crazy thing is, those are never politically correct answers.
I was joking.
No, it's fine. It's cool playing against the Lakers. Lonzo's a great player. At the end of the day, you're playing a great point guard every single game, so you have to go out there with that same mindset. But as far as to the fans, it's Kings and Lakers. It's a big deal. So going into any type of rivalry game, you want to go in, give your best effort, and of course try to come out with the win.
Alrighty, Darren. I won't take much more of your time. I enjoyed watching parts of your stream, and I was thinking maybe one of these days you give me a shot to face you in the NBA 2K. They say I'm pretty good. I don't know, but I think I would like to test my skills against you.
If we could put that together one day, I'd be down.
All right, brother. I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yep. Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini conversation with De'Aaron Fox. He just finished the stream. So Call of Duty asked us to conduct the interview, and we did. I thought it was pretty good. What do you guys think? Let us know. Join the conversation. Use the hashtag CKNBA right now on Twitter or on any social media platform. E-Man, initial thoughts on the interview?
I thought it was fantastic. And also, if you guys want to follow De'Aaron Fox, his live streams, you can follow him on YouTube or his Twitch. All the same usernames as his Instagram and Twitter. It's all Swipe of the Fox.
That's right. You guys can also follow us at Cowbell Kingdom TV on YouTube and Cowbell_Kingdom on all social media platforms. Always keeping you guys up to date on your Sacramento Kings and the entire NBA. So, Kings versus Lakers tomorrow night, E-Man. It's going to be a barn burner of a game. De'Aaron Fox versus Lonzo Ball, game number 1. The first time they are going head-to-head. Lonzo's been ducking De'Aaron for a long time now.
All season,
no
man.
more ducking. Unless he gets injured tonight against the Bulls, which would be a serious disappointment. But I don't think he will. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow night? Will the Kings win, yay or nay?
I think Fox might drop 40 tomorrow for the fans. And the Kings will pull out the victory, for sure. The Kings, here's why. The Lakers tomorrow, right now they are playing in LA. They have to finish this game, travel to Sac, and play again in a matter of a couple hours. Also, the Kings, we saw this a couple weeks ago. They had practice, game. Coach liked it because in between games, they were watching film, pointing out the flaws. Come game time, they were fixing it. Easy and quick. We see that happening right now. Minus the Portland game. They had a Portland, practice here. Game versus Nuggets, practice again. They play the Lakers tomorrow. That's why they're going to win it.
That's bold. That's bold.
Absolutely, man.
I want to agree with you, but when I see matchups, and we always talk about matchups and where certain teams have certain strengths. When I look at the Kings starting lineup against the Lakers starting lineup, the Lakers have the majority of the advantages, right? Would you agree at least with that?
On an individual player-to-player
Correct.
basis, yes.
And they are 7-10. We won't know what they are until tomorrow if they'll be 8-10 or 7-11. But they have definitely improved from last season. The Lakers are fun to watch, in my opinion. They play a nice brand of team basketball. I know Lonzo's been very passive the entire season. He's had good individual games, but he definitely needs to step it up for his team to be even more competitive. And the revelation of the season has been Kyle Kuzma. I think the guy has been splendid. He's been playing on a high level on both ends of the floor. Offensively, shooting the rock at a high clip. Defensively, moving his feet laterally, trying to stay in front of bigger, stretch power forwards or small forwards. I think he's done very, very good, and he's definitely in my top 5 of rookies thus far. I know we talked about that last week on last week's podcast. I think he's been playing very good ever since. Well, he's been playing good since the start of the season, but when their power forward, Larry Nance Jr., got injured, he definitely filled in and stepped up. Their team got shorter. Their team became less deep, but that's okay because that means more minutes for Kyle Kuzma. So when I look at the matchup deficiencies from the Kings, I feel like the Lakers have better big men. I would give the nod to Brook Lopez and Julius Randle. I think both of those guys are a lot more physical, a lot more skilled than the guys that the Kings have right now. I know lots of Kings fans won't want to hear that, but we're not here to be fanboys or to be a fan of the team. We're here to break the team down objectively speaking, because that is what we do. We provide frontline coverage of the Sacramento Kings and the NBA. So when I look at that from that perspective, their bigs are a lot better than the Kings' bigs. Now, when I look at the guards, I think Jordan Clarkson is a better guard than any guard on the Kings. But with that said, if De'Aaron Fox is playing at a high level, if his jump shot's falling in, then I'm going to have to give the nod to De'Aaron Fox. But if it's not, Jordan Clarkson is very, very streaky. He can catch fire at any point. That's what he does. He provides a lot of energy off the bench from the Lakers. So anticipate him to be big time tomorrow off the bench. I think it's going to be a very good game. It's going to come down to the wire, in my opinion. Laker fans are going to be in Sacramento cheering on their Lakers. Is going to be loud, just like every single year. But I will say this. Kings fans will show up, and they will have the majority of the fans tomorrow night. Thoughts?
Absolutely. Kings fans will be there, and they will be rocking the Fox is greater than ball t-shirt.
Are they really?
I'm speaking it into existence.
There it is. Hey, man, have you been talking to LeVar Ball lately or what?
Oh, man, LeVar's crazy, bro.
Yeah, LeVar actually just said that the coaching staff should do better with his son. Or
that is exactly why everyone in Sacramento did not want Lonzo Ball. Was for this exact moment. Fast forward to the future, this was bound to happen at some point in time. And
how do you stop that, though?
Stop LeVar Ball from talking?
No. Yes, and how do you stop that from it becoming a story? I think Luke talked about that.
Yeah,
today,
Luke
right?
did talk about it and saying the media members in the morning didn't ask the question about LeVar saying that. But it was only a matter of time before somebody had to ask, because it's LeVar Ball. And is LeVar Ball, his question will be felt through the entire NBA world. If he says something talking about the NBA, guarantee it's gonna rock the NBA world, no matter what. I mean, it's gonna be on either on social media, Bleacher Report, Facebook, whatever the case may be. And I give the LA media members credit for not asking the question, not bringing it up to him. But like I said, man, at some point in time, it's gonna be asked, and LeVar Ball is gonna keep winning. His voice is gonna get heard, and I'm so happy the Kings didn't get that.
Now, how would you assess Lonzo Ball's career thus far? I know it's been less than 15 games, but have you been impressed? Have you seen flashes of greatness, or has it just been mediocre all the way around?
Yeah, well, I've been more on the unimpressed side. And when I first saw him in person at the Golden One Center, I mentioned this to Leo. He was always being a like he is now, super passive, and there's not that drive there that you see in other players like that. Like that Russell Westbrook, like angry, or I'm gonna get to the rim no matter what. He's more like, I'm just here to do my job and leave and go home and be with my family. Like going through the motions. And I thought, okay, maybe it was just because it was a college game and he was already focused on the NBA. Mm-hmm. The NBA started. I saw a little bit of flash in Summer League when he eventually won the MVP. But start of the season, it just feels like he's just going through the motions. And I don't know, man. Like I feel like if he gets used to just acting like that and behaving like that and acting like he doesn't care about anything, that's going to be super bad for his career.
I agree. I feel like he has been going through the motions. He's been very passive, and that upsets me because you guys all know I'm a big-time Lonzo Ball fan. But at the same time, I'm also a big-time De'Aaron Fox fan. I'm on record saying both, right? But with Lonzo Ball, I feel like he has that in him, that competitive fire, and it just seems because of all the drama that's around him, with the whole Jello thing and with his mom having a stroke, with LeVar being outspoken the way he is, it's really affected him. And I'm just hoping that long-term that he really just settles down, plays his game. Again, he's been put in a different situation than he was at UCLA. With the Lakers, he's playing a lot of pick and roll, which means he has to create for himself and he has to create for others, which he didn't do much at UCLA. People don't really see that. Like, fans are like, well, why is he struggling? Because it's a completely new system for him. And to be fair, if you're a basketball junkie like we are, you have to take that into account. It's like a quarterback coming into a system, right? Like Jimmy Garoppolo, and the Niners not wanting to start him because he has to go through a learning process, and that's what Lonzo's doing. At the same time, he's going through this learning process, and with so much hype and so much pressure, it's not helping like his cause. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, is that his fault? No. Is that his dad's fault? Yes. But it's going to come down to him, right? No matter what, because he's the one that's playing. And if the Big Baller brand wants to be a marquee brand in the near future, he has to perform at a high level, because I don't see Jello making it to the NBA. And if he does, it'll be, D-League, making it literally from the bottom all the way up, maybe like a guy like a Robert Covington. If he develops a consistent jump shot and he gets in better shape as far as cardio-wise. If not, I don't see how Jello will make the NBA. With that said, I bet LeVar is betting his money on LaMelo, and I do think LaMelo has a shot to make the NBA because he's only going to get taller. He's gotten more athletic, and he's pretty skilled, man. I mean, on every level, he can dish, he can shoot, he can score. So I'm pretty sure he's banking on him, and with Jello doing what he did, that is not going to help. Now the question is, what's going to happen with Jello, right? Like, is UCLA going to let him back? Is he out indefinitely? Is he going to go to Europe and play? We don't know. That intrigues me. I don't know if it intrigues you. But with that said, I do want to mention that Kickback Agency creates digital media content for businesses across all major platforms and devices. They believe in telling your story, engaging with your customers on social media, and turning that into results. Make sure to visit kickbackagency.com, and they will throw in a free website. That's right, a free website on them. So make sure to visit kickbackagency.com right now. Okay, E-Man. We know that the Kings did a bad job on the boards last game. They were out-rebound on every level. Does it concern you that Brook Lopez and Randall are bruisers and they get rebounds? Like, is that your biggest concern?
Heading in tomorrow, definitely.
For tomorrow?
Yeah, I think as a whole team, every guard. Garrett Temple mentioned it post game of the last game, and he said that as a collective group, they're all going to have to start crashing the board. No one guy can go out and leak and start taking off to the other side of the court. It is a problem, and they are a bad defensive rebounding team and offensive rebounding team. So as a group, they're all going to have to go in there and scrap and box out, literally just box out the players and go grab some rebounds as a collective group.
Would you say Buddy Hield fits better at the three than a Bogdan Bogdanovic? Because we've seen Bogdan a little bit passive. Last game, he kind of broke out in terms of being more aggressive, which I enjoyed watching. He had 10 points against the Nuggets. But I believe both those players will play tomorrow night, and they have to be key for the Kings to have a chance to win. For the Kings to have a chance to win the game, right?
Absolutely. Buddy Hield did look better last night in the locker room. He was walking fine. We saw him, and I think he's good to go for tomorrow. Is that right?
He is. Okay.
Okay.
Well, he said that today at practice.
Okay, perfect.
We don't know if the medical staff have cleared him up or what the coaches are saying, but he said, I'm ready. I feel good. And he wants to play.
He wants to play
Lakers.
LA. He wants to play for Sacramento.
Yeah.
And playing Kobe Bryant's former team. So
Yeah, because he knows Kobe will be watching.
Absolutely.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I mean, Kobe had the utmost respect for Kings fans. It was a competitive thing with them. It was a competitive hatred. But we all know that, at least for me, I respect the heck out of that guy. He was a true competitor. I mean, the guy played with broken fingers and bad knees and bad legs, and the guy did it all for 20 years. So my utmost respect for the guy.
for you, what are your thoughts on Bogdanovic playing the 2 or the 3?
So to me, I feel like Buddy Hield would fit better at that, because I know in today's game they say it's positionless, but Buddy Hield is a better rebounder. He tends to crash the boards a lot better than, say, Bogdan. But I also say Bogdan has longer arms that it really helps him when he's playing help side defense, or even when he's playing straight up against a guy. He's picked a lot of pockets thus far in the season, so I've been impressed. So either or, if I had to choose someone, I would rather play Buddy as a 3 and then leave Bogdan as a second primary ball handler, because he's very good in the pick and roll. What the thing is, we've talked about this off record, the Kings don't have skilled bigs. I mean, Scal's a skilled big, but he's not getting the playing time, right? And when I look at everybody else, Costa's excellent defensively, but he's not that good offensively. Same with Willie Cauley-Stein. Willie's the wild card. He'll show flashes on offense and on defense, but when you don't have that consistent threat, say like a Brook Lopez that can shoot from the outside, that can roll down when you need him to, that's what a playmaker like a Bogdan will help you big time. I mean, that's what finesse players do. They find guys that understand how to play in a pick and roll, and I feel like these guys that the Kings have right now, they don't really understand it, and it's not even that they don't understand, it's that they're just not equipped to play it, right? So I would put Bogdan at 2, Buddy at 3, and then obviously De'Aaron Fox at the 1. That lineup will play together tomorrow night. They might not start because Jordan Chill is starting at the 2 right now, but that's a lineup that you got to keep your eyes on, and that's definitely my NBA 2K lineup. And I know we talked about that with De'Aaron Fox and possibly playing us one of these days or soon, right? We'll make that happen. Hope you guys can join us for that as well. Now, my prediction on the game is the Kings will win 98-96. That's right. The Kings will win. I know E-Man has them winning as well. That might be a little bit of a bias thing, but we'll roll with it. So that's your preview for Kings versus Lakers.
How many is Fox dropping tomorrow?
I'm not going to say De'Aaron Fox is going to drop. What'd you say he's going to drop?
39.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. I hope he does. I hope he does. With that said, before we move on to other big-time news, lots of alerting news in college basketball that may affect the Kings. We'll talk about that right now after this commercial break. Thank you for listening to the Cowbell Kingdom podcast on Almighty Baller Radio.
Hey folks, Dave DeFore of On the NBA with Dave DeFore here. I'd like to talk to you about my friends over at Harry's, my go-to razor for a smooth, close, and comfortable shave. Almighty Baller Radio is the go-to network for NBA podcasts, but if you visit harrys.com/ballers, you'll get a free trial set from Harry's and find out why over 3 million guys have switched to Harry's. Harry's is all about a great shave at a fair price. With top-quality blades made in a German factory with over 100 years of blade-making experience, you get a close, clean shave every time, 100% guaranteed, and at half the price of the leading 5-blade razor. So go to harrys.com/ballers, BALLERS today. You'll get the free trial kit that has become my personal go-to every morning. A weighted, ergonomic razor handle, 5 precision-engineered blades with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade, a rich lathering shave gel, and a travel blade cover. A $13 value, this is all yours for free when you sign up, just by covering the cost of shipping. You're supporting the network here at Almighty Baller, but you're also making a great decision for yourself. The decision to find out how Harry's has fixed shaving for the ordinary guy. Check out that URL, harrys.com/ballers. One more time, that's harrys.com/ballers to receive a free trial shave set for just the cost of shipping.
Welcome back, guys. Michael Porter Jr. is out for the remainder of the season. What does that mean for the Kings, man?
That could affect them because they're not going to, if he doesn't enter the draft next year, the Kings will be limited to a certain amount of guys. Let's just say they get third pick, Aiden and Luka go.
Damn.
Who are you taking?
Do you think you would have to take Marvin Bagley just because you had to, right? As opposed to taking maybe Porter.
Yeah.
So it's definitely tough for the bottom tier teams that are looking for a top 5 pick. There's less players now, and this guy is a hell of a player. Best high school player in the nation, #1 recruit. So it's big time. It's bad for college basketball, and it's bad for the bottom tier teams looking to tank. And this is the last year teams can tank, theoretically, of course.
Do you think Michael Porter Jr. should still enter the draft, get the money, or
it's very interesting.
Go back to college, play for the team, and go win a championship?
I believe he will enter the draft because a lot of people will be in his ear saying, what if he get injured again? Now, will he be a top 3 pick next year? No, because we won't see him play. He's never played a college game. So it's tough. It's definitely a tough situation. It's not as tough as the Miles Bridges situation where Miles knew he would have been a top 10 pick last year. He knows he's going to be a top 10 pick this year. Even if he doesn't win a championship for Michigan State, he's locked in to be a top 10 pick, in my opinion. The guy is very good defensively. He can shoot the rock. I like his game. So he's definitely a sleeper from 6 to 10. Miles Bridges, keep your eye out on him. But that's an example that we can use maybe for Michael Porter. Say he comes out this year, he enters the draft, he's not in the top 3, might be like 6-7. A team that's 6-7, they'll draft for the future and be like, whatever, we're drafting on potential.
76ers might pick him up.
I mean, the Sixers would be in the playoffs. The Sixers would be in the playoffs. But he might be a guy like Harry Giles where whoever drafts him will keep him in their system, not play him, a lot like a Simmons and Joel Embiid. Have him wait out a year, but just have him in your arsenal knowing that you have a very talented kid. Now, will it ever come to fruition? We don't know because back injuries are very severe. And we've seen players with back injuries. They don't come back the same, or they might not come back ever. So it's definitely going to be a risk for whoever drafts him. But if he comes back the way he was, and you draft him at 6 or 10, it's a steal.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So many things can happen from here to June. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Okay, so going back to a little bit of the Kings' struggles, I feel like the offense that they're running right now is a bit old school in some sense. It's not a modern motion offense where guys move, cut, and they're waiting to shoot the three-point shot. And this Horns offense, this high-post offense that Coach Yeager runs, a lot of the guys get long twos, mid-range shots, and if you do the math, that's not good. I mean, if you take a bunch of threes and say you're missing them, like eventually they'll start dropping, and then that's going to accumulate. So it'll be more than the long twos, the long inefficient twos that you take. Now, E-Man, I have to ask you, is Coach Yeager doing the right thing by being him and knowing what he knows, or should he transition into the personnel of his team and start running something that will cater to his team? His team can run. He has a bunch of athletes. He has a lot of shooters. Why are they shooting these mid-range shots and posting Zebo for like 5 minutes waiting for someone to like... I mean, these guys are watching him just dribble the ball, and then he ends up turning the ball over or taking the long two and missing it.
I think it has to be with the team's aggression as well. I mean, Debo is the only one willing to take the shot. You know, if George Hill would dribble the ball for a minute and then just give it up to Zebo, and he has to take the shot. When you're in situations like that, when none of these young guys want to be the man and be the aggressive person,
it's true.
Dave Yeager has to run the offense through Zach Randolph and his bigs. But is it the right thing? I think it is in a long-term view, because right now what's happening is De'Aaron Fox and Justin Jackson and Bogdan Bogdanovic, Buddy Hield, they're learning how to run set offenses on a half-court game. You want to hope in a couple years from now they're going to say, been there, done that. We're in the playoffs, the game has slowed down, and we know what to do when the game slows down. And that's what they're learning right now, the growing pains. Right. But as of right now, what we see is them losing because of this high post offense, these sets, because it's not fitting to their team scheme right now. They're a bunch of fast young guys, but you know, I think Dave Yeager is looking at it long term, and the front office is in agreement with it, I believe, because they already gave him an extension. They're saying, you know what, we are willing to go through the growing pains, and hopefully in a couple years, 3-4 years from now, these guys will know how to get it done at a half court set and get the shot up.
Lots of good insight, E-Man. Appreciate that. That's going to do it, guys. Before we end the show, we want to remind you guys to leave us a review on iTunes. Check us out on Google Play, TuneIn Radio. We're pretty much everywhere. The Almighty Baller Network. We want to thank them for allowing us to be a part of this great network. We also want to bring awareness to our vlogs. We are vlogging every single game. We want you guys to go watch them. Either like the video or dislike the video, depending on how you feel about it. We don't really care in terms of, you know what, if you don't like something, let us know. Drop a comment. We want to know if you guys are enjoying our content on YouTube. We provide more of a broad NBA coverage on YouTube, but when it comes to the website, it's all Kings-centric. When it comes to the podcast, it's mostly all Kings-centric, some NBA talk. But again, we want to thank you guys for all your support. We want to thank all of our sponsors, always supporting the Cowbell Kingdom podcast. Any final thoughts, E-Man?
I'm ready to watch Fox, Rock, Lonzo ball tomorrow. That's all I got to say, man. I'm ready for it.
And, yeah, guys, tell everyone to wear their Fox is greater than ball shirts and come to Section 105 and take pictures with us, guys. We would really appreciate that. So, on behalf of the entire CK team, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next week.
I'm back. That little voice inside your head. Listen, our business could use a new laptop. And Office Depot Office Max has huge Black Friday doorbusters. Save $400 on an HP laptop with 8th generation Intel Core i7 processor. Only $449.99. It starts at OfficeDepot.com on Thursday at 12:01 a.m. and in-store Friday at 7:45 a.m. Go ahead, you deserve it. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Limit 1.